Railroads are definitely not the place to relax. You have to be extra careful not to end up in a situation like a scene from Mission Impossible 7. Today, we're going to show you the biggest train collisions and mistakes ever caught on camera. Brace yourselves. Chilling footage of a passenger train crash in Hungary. I definitely wouldn't want to be a passenger on that ride. The derailment of freight cars looks absolutely insane. This looks like a cross between a toy train set and the real deal. The fail of the year, dozens of Harry Potter fans waited for hours to see the Hogwarts Express, only to have their view blocked by a regular train. At first, I thought train drivers can act like deer in the headlights. But then I remembered it's the dispatchers who control the trains, so maybe the deer are somewhere in that office. In Mumbai, a train crashes into a buffer, derails, and wrecks part of the platform, forcing passengers to jump out while the train is still moving. London Underground passengers were terrified when a fire alarm went off due to brake dust mistaken for smoke. The automatic doors didn't work and people had to climb out through the windows in panic. At least this happened at a station and not while moving. When a train collides with a semi-truck, the train always wins. A guy with a trailer makes a fatal mistake driving onto the tracks. Fortunately, only the trailer got damaged. The most reliable railway in the world. A pantograph under high voltage put on quite the light show. A diesel locomotive This is the view from a train driver's cabin. The train is speeding down the tracks and a truck ahead tries to risk crossing. The driver honks, but the truck keeps going. The crash is so real, you feel like you're behind the controls yourself. The truck driver's luck? Impressive. His brain power? Not so much.
Holy shit!
Several freight train cars derail right before driver's eyes and destroy a crossing. Luckily, the train was only going 7 to 10 miles per hour. This train definitely ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Take your time, ma'am. I'll wait. One reason for an emergency tram stop? A manhole cover bouncing around from strong wind and pressure changes, not Ninja Turtles as some of you might think. While we're annoyed by the sound of trams outside, people in Ocala, Florida hear this and don't seem to mind. Is this a car-train hybrid? At least it can drive around obstacles. As a 6-year-old, I'd have been thrilled to find out there's a fire truck train. By the way, this is in Belgium if anybody wants to see it in real life. The Sandaoling Railway in China is famous for this train that puts on an incredible show with a million sparks. I hope the coal it's carrying doesn't turn to ash before reaching its destination. Think only humans ride the subway? Think again. I would not want to drive in Azerbaijan. Say, too bad trains can't turn. No, this isn't the road to hell. It's just the grisly self-propelled train grinding out small defects in the rails. Here's an example of a trail I'd never go cycling on. October 10, 2000. you see the tracks here? Neither do I. These are the former railway tracks of a gold mine in Indonesia, now turned into a daily transport route by locals. Safety first. There are plenty of ways to wash your train. Or like this. In New York, a crew was seriously trying to push a 9-meter-long piece of rail into the subway. The surprising part isn't the rail, it's how the other passengers helped without asking any questions.
Oh, and everybody helping. See, that's New York right there.
This is a new level of market trading, where the desire to sell goods outweighs the sense of safety. The Thirukural Express crosses the Penna River, which had flooded so badly it nearly reached the tracks.
This is too much.
A storm in Russia destroyed the tracks, and train passengers feared they'd meet the same fate. People, maybe you should step a little further back. If this situation didn't surprise you enough, check out what this woman is doing. Passengers had just gotten off the bus that got stuck, and then suddenly... In a Ukrainian street, a drifting tram was spotted, and just look at how far it slid. And here are the consequences. Luckily, no one was inside or outside the tram, and the driver only got a scare. The cause? A crack in the rail it hit. The situation isn't great, but it sure looks like they're dancing to music. Here's another loading fail. A whole rail car comes off the tracks. The attempt was good. The result, not so much. And here's an example of why you shouldn't mess with trains. Fortunately, the driver wasn't injured. This driver never learned to check the rearview mirrors, and here's the result. A dog's paw got stuck between the rails, and several railroad workers carried out a real rescue operation just before the train passed. Everyone's heart stopped when this guy put himself in front of a train to save a dog at the station. A truck with an excavator got stuck on the rails and stopped an entire train. Fortunately, no one was injured. The driver didn't consider that the bridge was too low. Who knew that getting on a tram could be such a tough mission? Why do these trick lovers always test their luck so close to the roads? The truck driver wanted to get over the railway at the very last second. I think he must have used his entire quota of luck. People aren't looking at the girl as if she's foolish, as is often the case in such situations, but are doing their best to help her. A cement truck got caught on the tracks because of a barrier, but luckily it was lifted just in time and no one got hurt. A man in a wheelchair got stuck on the tracks as the barrier came down, and just look at how many people jumped in to help him.